Thanks for joining me today. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Lisa. I share tips and strategies to help you with your online business using automation and duplication. My marketing business has a focus on developing strong relationships, and my clients are entrepreneurs who want to stand out from their competitors and manage their reputations and legacies. So I learned this a few years ago from a mentor of mine when I first heard about online marketing. And looking through some notes I saved, I thought this was important to share with you. So there are two types of entrepreneurs in the world: average entrepreneurs and extraordinary entrepreneurs. And there's a big difference between the two, especially in terms of how much freedom you desire and the kind of lifestyle you can achieve. So this is intended for entrepreneurs who aren't content to settle for average and don't mind putting in a little elbow grease to become extraordinary. So if that sounds like you and you're willing to do whatever it takes, here are the 7 steps to help you make it happen. Starting with make the decision. First, you must make the decision to become extraordinary. I know it sounds almost too basic, yet most people never make a true commitment to excellence. Now, the mere fact that you're with me today, you've made a commitment to build your business, and that's only half a step. The first step is to make a full commitment to becoming a truly great entrepreneur. So in my opinion, if you're going to do something, you might as well just be great at it. What's interesting is that the actions you must take may seem somewhat basic and elementary, yet they will make all the difference in whether you become extraordinary or whether you stay average. That's the first step. Make the decision and then commit. Next, feel great about money. This is a biggie. You need to feel great, not just good, about making money. Seriously, this is a big sticking point for a lot of people. Many people develop these weird tendencies around money. Money is a tool, just like a flame is a tool. So like with a flame, you can cook a meal, you can keep yourself warm, or you can burn down your home. It all depends on how you use it. Or think of a hammer. You can build a house, you can fix things, or you can smash somebody over the head. It's all in how you use the tool. And the same is true of money, which is just a piece of paper you can use to exchange value for value. That's it. Now, here's how a lot of people think. If I have too much money, what are other people going to think of me? And sure, they might not say that, but they're certainly thinking it. So if you're going to become extraordinary, you must equate money to service, where you make money by providing value to people. And if you feel good about providing value to people, then there's nothing wrong with making a lot of money, right? So we need to feel good about it. In my opinion, money represents freedom and choices. It allows you to provide opportunities for you and your family. It's not about hoarding or simply having a big bank account. So focus on what money can do for you and the experiences you can create in your life and in the lives of the people around you. If you feel good about money, you're going to become a much more effective entrepreneur. You're going to have no problem asking people for money in exchange for your product or service. Number 3, feel great about selling. So you have to feel great about selling. A lot of people have this picture in their mind of a used car salesman, which creates this unhealthy attitude towards sales. The truth is, you don't have to be slick or pushy or aggressive, but you must feel good about selling, because here's the deal. Selling is exchanging value for money. Somebody is going to pay you something for the value that you provide for them. And that's a great thing, because none of us would have the luxuries that we have in our lives if selling wasn't involved in the process. So think of it. You're listening to me here today. This is either on your computer or your phone, right? Somebody sold that to you. Now, maybe it wasn't a high pressure sale. Maybe you just walked into the store and said, I want this. Still, there's sales involved, because how did the idea of getting a computer or a new phone come into your mind? Well, at some point, you had to be convinced that this is a product a product that you wanted. Somebody sold you on that idea, either through a marketing campaign or online advertising or maybe face-to-face selling. There was selling involved that got you to buy the computer or the phone, and now it makes your life better. Everything you have in your life right now, all the luxuries you have, somebody had to sell something in order for it to show up in your life. Even if you're not selling somebody face to face, you have to feel good about the fact that you're making a difference in somebody's life because the transaction provides value to them. Okay, number 4, feel great about what you sell. You gotta believe in what you're selling, because if you don't feel good about what you provide to people, you're gonna have a very hard time coming up with the right words to say. So get a deep understanding of your product and exactly how it helps people. So before I got started online, I worked corporately. I even learned about the futures and options industry. I got started when I was 19 and knew nothing at all about it. But I was intrigued with sales, and so later in life I decided to dive into retail sales and learn everything that I could. And I started feeling good that I was serving people because I knew that I could make a difference in somebody's life. If they said yes to me, and until I was able to get myself mentally to that point, I wasn't very effective. But when I started feeling good about what I was doing, I was able to transfer that enthusiasm through my presentation using my words to my customers. So the same thing happens with whatever you're selling. There's nothing magical about selling. If you feel good about whatever you're selling and you know that it'll make a difference in your prospect's life, then your enthusiasm and belief will transfer. However, if you don't feel good about what you're selling, then you have no business selling it. And you need to go back and either get excited or find something else. It's a tough uphill battle if you don't have a high level of belief in what you do. I know some people who can fake it for a short period of time, but long term, you're not going to win or feel good about yourself, and your customers aren't going to feel good about what you're selling them. They'll know because they're going to sense that something is not quite right, something's wrong. All right, step number 5, become competent. Now, I just mentioned that I worked in retail sales. I didn't know much about selling or about designer brands. So imagine this. I had to get really comfortable with myself in order for my customers to take me seriously. So I became transparent, and that breeds confidence. And when you're transparent, people begin to say yes. I started to dig in so I could understand and speak the language of retail. And within a short period of time, I started to sound and look like an expert in the eyes of my customers. So whatever you're promoting, learn the product and the industry. That way you become competent and you'll also feel good about selling it. And when your prospects and customers or leads sense your competence, they're a lot more likely to say yes to you. Number 6, become a student of marketing. So extraordinary entrepreneurs are passionate about marketing and dedicate a little bit of time each day to studying effective advertising. So also look at what other marketers are doing online. How do they communicate in their emails? What are they doing with their videos? What they're saying in their blog posts? How they're posting on social media? So almost every day I dedicate some time to studying marketing. My philosophy has always been that if you invest at least 1 hour a day to getting good at what you do, by the end of the year, that's 365 hours. So imagine if you did that for the next 12 months. 1 hour every day. Now, you're not going to become the best marketer in the world in a single year, but you're going to be in the top 3 to 5%. And your income will reflect that because you're going to know so much more about marketing and advertising and understand what's really working. Is that worth 1 hour a day? I think so. If this is part of what it takes to becoming extraordinary, it's well worth it. All right, finally, here's number 7. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So as human beings, we're hardwired to feeling comfortable. When you're sleeping at night and you get a little uncomfortable in bed, what do? You toss and turn until you become comfortable, right? If you're sitting and you're sitting cross-legged, your legs, you start to feel some pain, so you adjust yourself so that you can get comfortable. Well, by nature, we seek comfort. However, as entrepreneurs, it's like we're going against nature because this business is an emotional roller coaster. Things go wrong all the time. You must get comfortable with the fact that it's going to be uncomfortable. Some people are going to say no, and it's an uncomfortable feeling, but you must get comfortable with it. But if you don't fight it, and you're okay with being uncomfortable for a period of time, I promise you that this emotional roller coaster will get a lot smoother. So stay resilient and focused, and you're gonna have a much easier time becoming an extraordinary entrepreneur. Okay, those are the 7 things, but I have one more because like all extraordinary entrepreneurs, I go above and beyond to deliver value. So make taking action a habit. A lot of people say take action, but you need to make it a habit. Anybody can watch a video, read an email, attend a seminar, or read a book. But most people don't take action on the stuff that they learn. Most people sit back and think how great it's going to be when they implement it, but they never do it. That's what sets you apart. If you know me, taking action is what makes all the difference. It's not the number of books you read or the seminars you attend or the videos that you watch. It's the actions you take. One thing that I've noticed is this. All extraordinary entrepreneurs make taking action a daily habit. So commit to taking serious action this week. And if you want to learn more about how to become an extraordinary entrepreneur, then I strongly encourage you to apply for my next mastermind to move your business forward towards success. You can find the application link on my website at lisarcarmichael.com. And thanks for joining me today. I hope you found value in this, and I will see you next time.